Hey everybody, KC here. So on Friday, I had the offbeat interview with thriller writer Ted Bell, but I did with him what I did a week earlier with Mike Lupica. When the interview was over, I actually asked him to stick around for one more question that I can use today. And the question was this. In your career in advertising, and he is an advertising legend, can you name one person who was a great leader, somebody who was incredibly influential on your career, and why? And this is what he said. So, Ted Bell, you had an extensive business career in advertising. Can you name one person who struck you as the best leader you either worked with, worked for, or just encountered along the way?
I think the guy that helped me most was a legendary creative writer named Bob Levinson. And he worked for Doyle Dane Bernbeck, which was the creative powerhouse of the 60s, 70s, and 80s. We were undisputably doing the best work. And he hired me as a junior copywriter on Volkswagen. And he was really funny and warm and supportive and positive. And I loved him. And so he said, so I got your first assignment. And I want to see how you do on it. And I said, sure, what is it? He said, we've got this new Volkswagen that's coming out, and we want to give it a big splashy launch. And he said, here, let me show you what it looks like. And he holds up this thing, and he says, what does that look like to you? I said, a German staff car, which is what it had been. I said, really? You're going to come out with a German staff car? He said, yeah. I said, what's it called? He said, The Thing. Do you remember that? You're probably too young.
Oh, yes.
The Thing. It actually had been a German staff car.
Right. Oh, God, I had forgotten about that.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he said, go back to your office and take as long as you want, spend a couple of days, and just come in here with a good thing ad. And so I said, okay, Bob, let me see what I can do. So I went back, sat down in my office, and 2 seconds later, I knew what the ad was. And so I got an art director to do, it was a full-page newspaper ad. And it had The Thing, in kind of it was a photograph, or it was an ink and pen and ink drawing, I don't know what. But it was a big, bold-looking thing. And the headline at the top was, Things Are Tough All Over. He just loved it.
That's great.
He just loved it. And he said, so now go write some body copy, let me see it. So I went back and wrote the body copy. And I went back to him the next day, and he had the body copy. He said, it's great, it's great. There's this one sentence in here and that bothers me. I'd like you to think about getting rid of. So I said, no problem, Bob. So I went back and I wrote a new sentence and took it back to his office. He said, no. He said, try again. So I went back and wrote another sentence, and I went back and he said, no. And I said, what's the problem, Bob? He said, Ted, just because you run over a snake in the road doesn't mean you have to replace it. So I went, okay, I got it. It was a snake and it's dead. And so don't replace it. Just let it go away. And that was when I knew I'm going to love working for this guy. And I did.
Sometimes I guess what you don't say and what you don't do can be as important as what you do.
That's right. What you leave out. Yeah.
Great lesson. Ted, thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Thanks so much, Kevin. I had a great time. Anytime you want to do it again, I'm here.
Absolutely.
Good luck. Take care.